Hey, everybody, welcome in. It's time for a free agency party. What are the Cowboys going to do today? Is the price of business going up on Micah Parsons and others? Let's figure it all out with the help of, well, we're short a website, but we're going to be okay. Show starts now. A guy that tried to make fun of me the other day. He's like, how's blue sky? Well, yeah, buddy. That's where you better be. You're trying to figure out who's signing who today. Twitter down.
Down bad.
It's tough on free agency day. But we got you covered. We got you covered here on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast with what the Cowboys are up to, what's going on in the NFL. We got it all covered. Just having to remember how the world worked when Twitter didn't exist. It's a new feeling. But welcome in. Let's see what the Cowboys are up to. My name is Jeff. Next to me is former Cowboys wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
Next to him is the greatest beat writer in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, Clarence Hill.
If you want to win, put chill in.
Oh. Whoa.
Congrats. Oh, and that is our sound effect. If a player signs that you need to know about, that is our breaking news sounder. Okay? Just so you know. It's Club Pop Pop song. He's also Pop Pop. And next, Clarence, of course, is the second greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, Joe Hoyt.
Tell him something, Joe.
Follow us on Blue Sky.
Yep.
Where you'll get great tweets from Clarence where it just says, keep up with the NFL.
I just tweeted something else.
What are the Cowboys going to do today? Great question. Do we know the answer?
I think Hassan Reddick signed with someone.
What?
I think. I still have to figure out how to work all this.
I did not have
but
that
I
on
see
my...
a blue sky from Seth Walder. It's like, who's the first free agents to sign once this thing starts? And then he said, Hassan Reddick, winner. Unless I missed it. I don't think a single person guessed it.
On Blue Sky.
But I don't see the breaking news by anyone. So, yeah. Oh, yep, to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, Hassan Reddick to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Step one on free agency. I'll figure out how to navigate this. Yeah, we got it covered.
We're getting through it.
We got it going.
There we go. We're off and running.
So it's gonna be an interesting free agency.
It better be interesting.
But it might not be is the thing because this is the worst free agency crop in the history of the NFL. I think like almost all of the guys who would have been top guys re-signed with their old teams before free agency started, and all the guys who got cut, you can sign whenever you want, and most of them already have. So I mean, it's kind of, will the Cowboys participate in any way and fill a hole? Will they sign any of their own guys? What's Sam Darnold going to do? Hassan Reddick is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. That's what's going on.
What did he get paid? I mean, he.
Oh, come on, man! Let me wait until Blue Sky tells me. 1 year, $14 million.
$14 million. Wow. 12 guaranteed.
That brings up a great question because you have said that this draft has been one of the most perplexed draft that you've been a part of. Thinking about top end elite talent.
I think I have like 8 first-round grades.
Right.
And you have to pick 32 players in the first round.
Right.
So between the draft not being a strong place to get talent, and now you're saying that free agency didn't have much talent floating around here. What are the Cowboys going to do?
I talked to my older brother about just about the landscape of the NFL, and he had this quote, and I thought it was great. It's a bad year to be bad because your free agency is not going to be out there. You're going to have, if you had a high pick, the 12th pick, normally we're like, wow, you got the 12th pick. You're going to get a key player. You might just get a consistent, safe player for 10 years. That's your goal, I think, at 12 right now. And now the Cowboys have cap space. They got $57 million roughly that they opened up, right before the start of free agency. And there's just not a lot of guys to spend it. A swing tackles might get $20 million a year.
It's a bad year to have money, I guess, when you're looking to go and get big ticket items. but the Cowboys need bodies.
Facts. Yeah.
Okay, they can still spend some money to add somebody. They can add. You don't need to add 5 Pro Bowlers. They need to add bodies to improve this team. To improve the talent on the roster. They have needs across. They need to add a linebacker or 2. They need a cornerback. They need another receiver. They need a running back. They can still do business.
Guys, who's Jalen Moore?
Yeah, Jalen Moore, swing tackle. There you go. He was the 49ers offensive tackle backup.
Never heard of him. He just got $15 million a year.
Literally.
Where'd he go? Never heard of him.
Where'd he go?
Chiefs.
Yeah. So a literal backup just got $15 million a year in this market.
And can we, and it's something I was trying to do last week, can we reset our minds of what's a lot of money?
Yeah.
I mean, because everybody, we can't get Rico $6 million. $6 million ain't no money.
Yeah.
I mean, and $15 million is cool. Listen, for us, great money.
Fantastic money.
Okay, but when guys are making 60 and 40 and 30, $15 million is not a lot of money.
It's all relative.
It's the cost of doing business in the NFL. That's what the market is.
And that's why the teams who think that they can win a Super Bowl are so aggressive and sign people early for big numbers, because paying a big number later, when what keeps happening in the NFL is, oh my God, the salary cap jumped more than we thought it would again.
Yeah.
It jumped more than we thought it would. Because I remember once upon a time, and it's free agency day, I'm going to be in a good place and optimistic because this is hopium season, and I'm going to do it. But I'm going to take one shot at Jerry first, because I do remember when he was like, I'm in these owners' meetings, I'm in all these meetings, like, I know more than anybody what's going to happen with the cap. I know more than anybody. And then he approaches it like a coward. And then other people who are in the same league and know the same things about the salary cap are like, right, later we'll have more available, so we can just put more money back there and we can sign guys. But whatever. But now, now we got stuff we got to do. And the dollar amounts have changed.
So with the Cowboys fan base, because the market isn't good for players. The market isn't filled with good players, I should say.
Right.
So is this something that the Cowboys will look at, Cowboys fans will look at and go, you know what, we'll give the Cowboys a pass if they don't go and spend money and go out there and really sign some names, some recognizable names to fill the voids of this football team. Do they give the Cowboys a pass this year? And does this year also flow into the part of the Cowboys maybe doing this whole quiet rebuild thing?
No.
Because
You're paying Dak at the top of the market.
Yeah.
You're paying CD at the top of the market. You're getting ready to pay Mike at the top of the market. There's no rebuild when you're investing that much in these foundational players. That's not part of their conversation. From a mindset, I know last year everybody said they were doing a soft rebuild. They weren't doing a soft rebuild. They just made mistakes in how they did this. Certainly they set Mike McCarthy up for failure. But you're not rebuilding when you're paying Dak $60 million. And you can't do that. I don't think the fans are going to give them a pass because the market is depressed. Or at least they shouldn't. But because they need players. I mean, again, you're still competing. I mean, again, that little drought is still hanging over their heads. I mean, you don't get a pass when you got a 30-year drought, okay? And other teams are making moves and doing things to improve their roster. Other teams are signing their own, prioritizing their own guys and getting it done before the start of free agency. You could have done Micah.
Yeah.
You want to get fans excited. Just do the stuff that's right there in front of you, like Micah.
And Deron Bland and Tyler Smith.
Yeah, because those prices just keep going up.
Do them all.
No doubt.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, all these prices are just going to keep going up the more you wait. And, J.C. Horn got $20 million or $25 million a year. $25 million a year.
Reset the corner market.
So that's just going to keep elevating the price. We look at guard. We saw some of the prices come out. Tyler Smith, they say he could be a future Hall of Famer. Well, if you are so certain about a guy being a potential future Hall of Famer, being the next Zach Martin, I don't understand why you're not doing that deal today.
Well, I talked to his agent at the combine, and they have not had any conversations regarding him. And speaking of talking to agents, I talked to Rico's agent, I talked to Jordan Lewis' agent, talked to Marcus Lawrence's agent last night about, if the Cowboys, what their market looks like, if the Cowboys made any interest. He sent me back a laughing emoji.
Oh, so that sounds promising. Can I get the breaking news sounder? Where legends drop. Chris Godwin, is he signing with the Cowboys?
No.
Stop it.
No, but he is staying in Tampa 3 years, $66 million. $22 million a year to Chris Godwin.
Another guy that I wanted to hear.
That's a great Robin.
It's so
Great
there
Robin.
you go. I mean, and that's a perfect example. Okay, the top receivers are getting what? 35, 33,
35,
30.
Yeah.
He's getting
Jamar
20.
Chase is going to get 40.
Yeah.
He's getting $22 million a year, which is a lot of money.
Yeah.
But that's not a lot of money when you're talking about what the top receivers are getting.
That's a great deal for Chris Godwin coming off an
It's
injury.
a great deal
I
for
think
Chris
so too.
Godwin.
Yeah.
I think so. The team that I think is the most like the Cowboys when it comes with some of the decisions and how
Bengals?
they run things is the Bengals.
Yes.
The other team that waits too long on all of their players because they don't want to spend the cash, and then eventually it's like, whoops. Because they made the mistake at the combine. Their general manager said, look, we love Jamar Chase. He's going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in football. Then Myles Garrett gets $5 million more than the last highest paid non-quarterback. And so now you've already said out loud, well, now Jamar Chase is getting 40.1. And get in front of these things.
Yeah.
Get in front of these things. If you're like Micah Parsons said, I don't need 40 million. Okay. Well, that's the next segment, so we probably shouldn't go there yet. Yeah. But he said, I don't need 40. Well, pretend he didn't now.
Yeah.
Because that was before the price was 40.
Right.
It was, I don't have to blow the market out. But the market changes. But I think the Cowboys, whether it's names that, I don't care if it's names that you know. The
Right.
Cowboys, if they want to build a competitive team in the NFC East, much less the NFC, you cannot go into the NFL draft desperately needing 2 defensive tackles, 2 linebackers, a starting corner, your second best
linebacker.
wide receiver. Did I say running back already?
Jeff, we don't have any voids that we need to fill the free agency.
Honestly, pretty
We
good
don't-
impression.
we
You got
don't-
some voids,
We don't
sir.
have any voids
Sir, you have some voids.
that we can't do within our own guys and with the draft. We don't have any voids.
I agree with you.
That's a good
Is that a Jerry and Trump? they're kind of mashed together in there.
It's a nasally Jerry. A nasally Jerry.
We
Sinus
don't.
infection
We
Jerry.
don't have any voids.
They're kind of smashed together. Let's knock out the super chats. We got some super chats in the building. Trucker Aaron made it home after a month out on the road. Glad to be home with my DLLS boys. Damn excited for this season. Let's go.
A month on the road. I know what that check looks like. Aaron.
Oh,
I know that. Nothing.
on the road again.
Nah, he got
Just
them lot
can't wait
lizards.
to get on the
He
road
on
again.
them lot
Yeah,
lizards.
yeah, look, he
He hit those strip clubs on the lot lizards.
he got them lot lizards. He brought back 2 empty trailers.
Guillotines in the super chat.
Clean that bed.
PFT has Mike Jackson, our former 5th-round pick in the 2019 draft, as the 44th best free agent. That shows you how bad this free agent class is.
Right.
great.
I remember Michael Jackson. Hee.
And Miguel, sure, the free agent market is mid, but we shouldn't pretend like this team doesn't have 3/5 to go trade for guys with a year or 2 left on their deals that can help this team. And that's what you want to be. Like, I think in the NFL, you want to be the master of the margins, like the little things that you can do to get better. I'm trying to think. I was looking at it yesterday. Which team is it that they traded away a couple of bottom of their roster guys for like 6th-round picks, and now they're flipping 7th-round picks for real contributors. And like,
Houston?
it might, is that where Christian Kirk went?
That's where Christian Kirk
Yes,
went. Yeah.
Houston's
Yeah.
been good on those margins. Like what can I get a 6 or a 7 for, and then I'm going to flip that for something better than that, and that's who you want to be. You want to sign all the right guys. You want your team to be competitive in signing guys, but don't dismiss how you can help your team by trading for Stephon Gilmore, right? Like having 4 darts to throw in the 5th round is great. And if you get to throw all those darts, you might find you another Deron Bland or fill in the blank of finding a good player in the 5th round. But I know I can turn that 5th rounder into a player.
Yeah.
I know I can. So, there's stuff to do today, and it's not just free agency. Steven tells us all the time, 365 days a year, you can trade, you can sign, you can draft. You can do all of these different things. And so we'll be locked in all day to see which ones they do. Aaron, what are the chances of us dropping back twice and filling our roster with mid-round picks? Has that ever been done? Is it 2 out there?
If you're willing to take a low compensation return.
I love trading down.
Twice, though?
I love 6 times.
No.
Yeah, once you go from 12 to 15, you go to 15 to 22. At 22, you pick a Buka, and we got 2 extra picks.
But
Club pop!
Jeff, life isn't a draft simulator, okay?
Yeah,
You're going to have to take some low picks in return.
Look, let me party.
I don't know
Coming up
what-
next,
Is that what that was?
some of the biggest things that have happened in free agency so far. Micah Parsons price going up. All of these things as we cruise on a free agency day without Twitter. So follow us on Blue Sky on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast.
What is life like without Twitter? Well, we're finding out right now, but you don't have to fret. You don't have to worry. You can actually get out of the house. Put your phone down.
What?
Turn off the app.
What?
And download another app. Download the Game Time app. Yeah, turn off that app.
Turn off the phone, but use the phone.
No. Turn off that app.
Okay.
Turn off that app. Download the Game Time app and get out the house. Yep. Go see games. Go see plays. Go see shows.
I went to see Rice yesterday with the Game Time app. $3 ticket.
There you go, baby.
Yes.
The
right
food?
there. Rice? No, the university.
Rice played in the AAC tournament.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So download the app, use the promo code DLLS, and get $20 off your first purchase. And again, you can do comedy shows, plays, you can do games, Rice, collegiate, NFL, basketball, all hockey, whatever it is. Baseball season is about to start. Game Time is where you need to go. They got everything in one place for you, the best that you can absolutely have. What time is it?
Game time. Oh. Also, shout out to our friends at Sleeper. When you're done with that app, get on the Sleeper app, which is amazing. It's one of my faves. Because what you're doing is you're making picks. Now, it is the best fantasy league platform out there, but it's also your place to make picks, do your little daily fantasies. All you're doing is saying that I think player X, player Y is going to have more or less than his projected stats in this game that's coming up. You can do this with the NBA, you can do it with the NHL, you can do it with MLB, you can do it with the NFL, you can do it with all sorts of things. Joe's over there doing it on esports.
That's right.
You can, if you know your League of Legends or whatever game they're doing.
Counter-Strike, baby.
You say Contra?
Contra.
Boy, when you get the spread gun on Contra, wrecking.
Let's go.
Wrecking.
Joe has no idea.
Joe has
he has no idea what Contra
I'm
is.
just riding with this.
No idea what
All
Contra
vibes, no
is.
thoughts.
Use the promo code DLLS Boys when you download the Sleeper app, and you will get $55 in free entries when you place a $5 contest. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Operational in over 25 states, including this one. Check out Sleeper today. So we are tracking free agency.
Monitoring, but not monitoring.
But yes, monitoring. And I don't know what it's called when you post something on the app Blue Sky, but this one cracked me up.
You blew it?
I need to see who this guy works for. NFL writer, editor, founder, formerly Football Outsiders. Anyway,
who?
The Chiefs signed Mike Tanier?
Oh, yeah.
I just want to read it because I think it's funny. So the Chiefs signed Jalen Moore for $15 million a year. Apparently that's an offensive lineman.
And they need linemen.
He said the usually unflappable Chiefs just panic farted.
What?
Like that's oh my God, our offensive line sucks.
Yeah.
Take this money. Chris Godwin is staying with the Bucs and apparently left about $20 million on the table to go back to the Bucs. Patriots were offering him more money, and he was like, you know what's more fun than going to the Patriots is not going to the Patriots, so that we can actually try to win football games.
Did you see DK Metcalf's priorities, by the way, in what he wanted?
Yeah, they admit
he wanted warm weather.
Yeah.
No.
Stable quarterback.
No.
Nuh-uh.
So he picked Pittsburgh.
And he went to Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, who doesn't have a quarterback.
Money talks.
Money always talks. And everyone, Ted DiBiase told us this a long time ago. Everybody has a price.
Everybody in the club has a price.
It's mostly true.
No.
It depends what we're talking about. I have a price. I have a price for work.
There isn't anything.
There is not a price for you to do certain things.
I don't know.
Listen.
Yeah.
Certain felonies.
Sir, okay.
Hold on.
Sir.
There's only probably one thing that is not a price that I wouldn't do.
There's at least two.
There's got to be
We
more.
can talk about this off here, but there's at
one.
least two, I think. I'd like to think. Call it a blue chew. Well, yeah, there's a price and there's a price. So Hassan Reddick to Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin staying in Tampa Bay. Chiefs adding an offensive lineman. That's what we have in free agency so far.
Isn't it the time of year that the Cowboys usually take the Joneses take their annual?
Yeah,
they're usually on the boat right now.
Spring break starts today.
Spring
Spring
break
break starts in the DFW today.
But as we've said in the past, which is true then and true now,
there's Wi-Fi on the yacht.
There's Wi-Fi on the yacht. The phone works. They got enough money. They got good cell. I mean, I remember when they did the draft from the boat. Okay, you know the Wi-Fi was working fine during COVID. They did the draft from the boat. You know, and all that other stuff. So the Wi-Fi works.
No, because if you really want somebody, like what happened to old school? Like when DeAndre Jordan got locked in a house
The good old days.
Because he was going to go to the Mavs, and it was like, we're going to lock you in the house with the coach or whatever. Yeah, chair blocking the door.
Yeah.
Like, I need Jerry Jones
Driving around town.
doing his off the Six Flags bus dance up to someone's front door. If that's the guy that you want in free agency, I need you at the door.
They probably live in DFW too. A lot of players in the National Football League, and a lot of sports, MLB, NBA.
You bringing up King Henry again, huh?
No, I'm just saying.
I'm just-
he's not the only.
You know they didn't even call
They
him?
didn't even call him.
Did you know
The guy
they didn't even
they didn't even call him.
Oh, hit.
Chauncey, hit me
They
with the
didn't call
sounder. The top center of free agency this year, Drew Dahlman to the Bears.
Oh.
3 years, $42 million. Well, I got to tell you, I am out of the loop on offensive linemen. I don't think I've ever heard of Drew Dahlman.
He's good. He's good. That Carolina kid. That kid that went to Carolina?
Which
Kid
one?
that went to Carolina.
Yeah, who we talking about?
Oh, Willie Lampkin?
No.
Who we talking about?
5'10"?
No.
What do we?
Michael Jordan?
Oh, you're talking about the coach,
That coach.
Ben Johnson.
Yeah, Ben Johnson.
Oh.
Okay.
I like what he's doing.
He's getting his old line right.
He's loaded up on that
That
O-line.
kid that went to Carolina is head coach of Chicago now. I'm telling you, we think alike. What does I keep saying?
I'm
I
just
keep saying
saying.
about here.
Build through the
Listen.
Build
trenches.
through the trenches.
Listen.
You get your trenches down.
Listen.
He's been in the trenches so long, he got
listen.
trench foot right
Yeah,
now.
he's
Listen, we felt really good about Mike McDaniel a couple of years ago.
Yeah, and the Dolphins did
I
pretty
still
good.
feel pretty good
Yeah.
about Mike McDaniel.
No, we
Mike
don't.
They
McDaniel.
did well
no,
until their
no,
quarterback.
they have
brain
Tua.
was-
They don't do
If
nothing.
it-
Don't
They-
say anything
I
insensitive
was
right
gonna
now.
say if his brain didn't hit his skull, he would be-
yeah, if it, yeah, just kind of
he
stayed.
was on the field in the playoffs. They don't get it done.
Oh, you a hater, bro.
Yeah, so the Bears
You're a
have
hater,
now.
If I was really hating, I would bring up that North Carolina game with Duke the other day, but I'm not going to do that.
Oh.
Oh, we can bring up that South Carolina game in Texas.
We was in the championship, man. We was in the championship.
Oh,
we
we
still
got
number
one.
one seed.
Yeah, one what? Oh, you got a breaking news situation?
To the Texans.
Isn't that one? Isn't he dating one of the Colpo?
Alex Earl.
He dating?
Yeah.
He's dating who?
Alex Earl.
Oh, I thought it was
You've-
Colpo.
No, that's McCaffrey.
I know he is, but who did she have? There's another one.
Who?
No.
Somebody know.
Maybe?
I have no idea what that is.
No, I know that, but
Josh
isn't there
Allen's
two
with Haley
Colpos?
What is a copo?
I think there's one Colpo.
Who?
It's a mafia family. They do a lot of cool things. Just
Oh.
kidding. No, it's just a really beautiful woman.
Yeah, so aside from a
Colpo?
spare-ass
Olivia
wide
Colpo.
receiver who
Yeah.
doesn't ever play, the Bears have rebuilt their entire interior offensive line 20 minutes into free agency.
I love
like
it.
they made
So-
two trades before free
I love it.
agency.
So getting back to our own agenda.
Yeah.
Based on what the Bears are doing, based on what the Raiders have done.
You're not going to see Genty at 12.
Exactly. Actually,
Great
Jimmy
call.
is either going to the Raiders or the Bears.
Yep.
It makes too much sense.
It does.
I mean,
It makes
kinda.
too much sense.
I mean, you don't have to, because you have made your offensive line better, then use a top 10 pick on running back.
No, I mean, this is your agenda as well. You got to build a foundation, then you add the cherry on top. He's the cherry. So we built this
I
cake.
don't know what that
we
voice
built this
is.
cake.
Your word. He has been on
We have built
your
this
words
cake.
against you.
We have built this cake, right? Chicago's building this cake, right?
I got news for you
Then you
about
put
Get 'em,
this
Pop.
cherry.
Get 'em,
in that,
Pop.
And you say he's a cherry too. When we talk about the Cowboys, so
Yeah,
this
don't bring me into this.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah,
get
yeah.
him. Don't bring me
It's
into
all right.
it.
You can stop right here. Now, let me ask you something.
Get
He's
him.
the cherry.
Yeah, let me ask you
He's the
something.
cherry on top.
So a team picking in the top 10 with Caleb Williams at quarterback, what you're telling me is that now that they have 3 new offensive linemen, that team is complete and ready to just
I'm talking
use a
about
running back.
yeah. That building that base, that building that foundation, and then you put that cherry on top. That's what we talked about, right? The cherry on
He's trying to. He's trying
If
to.
you are the
recreate-
It's got that
Eagles, yes.
cherry.
but he's trying to recreate in Chicago what he had
Yeah.
in Detroit. It's looking very. Now, does he have the best offensive line?
Yeah.
No, but he's definitely has
Listen,
a better offensive line
it
than
had
he
to
did
go
a
up.
year
He
ago.
does.
And he's going to go get another running back,
Yep.
like one of the ones that he had between Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, do it in the second or third round. Yeah.
No, they drafted Jameer in the first round.
They
I
did.
know that they did. You don't have to.
Because the only other guy that's been outside of offensive lineman, Kelvin Banks or somebody like that, and they fix the offensive line. The other guy I've seen mocked to them is Tyler Warren. And you're not gonna go get a tight end right there, are you?
I mean, it might as well if you're going to pick a running back. Two sides of a
That,
stupid
that
coin.
wouldn't be good news for our all-city employee, Cole Kmet, I'll tell you that.
Tough
Oh,
break.
that was-
Okay, so yeah, we're tracking the free agency. We're also I can't believe Braxton Berrios' $2 million deal.
I was going to say.
I don't know
doubt.
I don't know what that means.
What does she do?
Influencer. You've seen her.
Can't be famous enough. I have no clue who she is.
You've seen the Colpos. You've seen the Earls. You've seen them. I know.
Wait, you just said Colpos, and I said I thought there were two.
Yeah,
and you said there's
two.
only one.
No, there's two. What are you talking about?
Who's the Okay, who's the second one dating?
I don't know.
I
was trying to gaslight
They
you.
white?
The Colpos?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Olivia.
Yes.
Olivia. I think they could be like Italian. Yeah.
That's right.
Aurora Colpo. Good name.
Whatever.
I have no idea who these people are. That's probably a good thing. That's probably a good thing, though. If they're in their 20s, I should not know who they are, right?
DK Metcalf got $30 million a year with the Pittsburgh Steelers
Yep.
because that's a warm weather town where they have good quarterback play, the two things that he really wanted. To me, what I thoroughly enjoy about DK Metcalf to the Steelers is that DK Metcalf and George Pickens are very similar in terms of style and play, and the fact that they're both wild asses that could easily get a 15-yard penalty or get thrown out of a game on any play.
Same number, too.
And now there's two of them, and Mike Tomlin gets to deal with that. But he always has. Any receiver that as soon as they leave Pittsburgh either gets thrown out of the league or suspended or loses his freaking mind is fine with Mike Tomlin. But I don't know if you can handle two. But they're going to try. They're going to try.
It's his biggest test.
Is DK, he's not as bad as Pickens.
DK's a 15-yard penalty waiting to happen on a football field.
He's not bad as Pickens, though.
He's not as bad as
No.
Pickens, but he's also
And
not.
he's also
But he is
productive, and
not
he's
a-
also a proven player.
He's not a cool-headed football
I understand that, but at least there's some foundation there.
I think that receiver room will be fun.
It will be fun.
I think they'll have a great time.
Over under how many fights?
He
during
still
this
runs the
season?
10-3. He's still uncheckable.
What do we got?
Breaking news! Okay. Evan Brown, 2-year
Shout out
deal.
to Evan Brown.
You did it, Evan. Against all odds.
Against all odds is crazy.
So DK, $30 million player, 5-year deal in Pittsburgh, traded for a second-round pick. J.C. Horn in Carolina got a 4-year, $100 million extension. So the cornerback market is now $25 million. Sam Darnold is the big name, I guess, in free agency that waiting to see what his deal is going to be, whether he's going to go to Indy or whether
The
he's
veteran QB market's insane right now. It's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah,
And what's
it's
Pittsburgh
bad.
gonna
Weird
do?
bad.
I'll
Weird,
say
yeah. No, not good.
DK
Yeah.
Metcalf's best years were with Russell Wilson as his quarterback.
I know.
So in Pittsburgh, is it going to be Russell Wilson again? Is it going to be Justin Fields again? They're both free agents. Is it going to be Aaron
they've had talks
Rodgers?
with
It could
Aaron
be Sam-
Rodgers.
and they've had talks with Sam Darnold.
And they've had, I don't know what they're going to do.
And who's going to be Seattle's quarterback?
What about the Jets?
I bet Seattle is going to have.
What about the
Darnold.
Jets and the Giants?
And the Giants.
The
I think the Jets may be setting themselves up to grab a quarterback in the draft.
The Jets are?
What are they like? Six?
I think, yeah.
6 or 7. They're
You
6
can
or
have the
7.
second quarterback, maybe, probably,
Probably.
maybe.
Well, somebody said the one reason why the
New York
Raiders went
Shador-
for is they thought that Shador would not be available. They thought the quarterbacks would be gone by the time they picked the 6.
Well, maybe because the Giants go quarterback, and then maybe the Browns do, too.
Yeah,
It's
they
possible.
were thinking that both quarterbacks could be gone by the time they picked the 6.
Quarterback's wild. You don't have to believe in him to pick him. It's just like, no, guys, we need one.
But
But you
it's
can-
insane.
But you can also do kind of – I know it wasn't a popular thing to do, like what Atlanta did. If you had a veteran quarterback on your roster and you got a rookie quarterback, that you don't have to play him right away. Because the way I looked at it was, like in Atlanta, what is the going rate for a good quarterback in the league right now? Like it's
In terms of like,
What do you mean by good?
yeah.
It's
And what do you
gotta
mean
be,
like,
it's got to be $40 million.
The going
So
rate for
it's-
awesome
40 million
is
is cheap.
55. Good is probably
Okay.
35.
So I look at the numbers and I go, if I have a really good quarterback, I'm going to pay between 50 and 55.
Yeah.
Right? So if I have my future first round pick and my stable veteran and it equals out to about 50 or 55 million dollars, I'm still playing in the
Yeah, you're
same
fine.
pool of where I have to be for a really good quarterback.
Right.
So if Kirk Cousins works out, great. If he doesn't, okay, I'm still paying a smaller price to a guy like Michael Penix. So I say that for a situation like the Raiders, where if I bring in Geno Smith and then I go and get a Shedeur Sanders in the draft, I can still have that because the price tag on it won't be this. I'm not. It's not like back in when I was playing where guys were coming out of the draft getting $50 million, right? $80 million, $100 million guaranteed. Sam Darnold type, not Sam Darnold, but Sam Bradford type numbers. So if you get a guy like Geno Smith and a guy like Shedeur, that $45-50 million number is still a number that's worth having on your roster.
That's fine. Katya, hit it.
I'm bummed about this one.
B.J. Hill of the Bengals, defensive tackle, is staying with the Bengals 3 years, $33 million. And that is one spot that I would love to hear today that the Cowboys have signed a human. Is some sort of defensive tackle. I don't care if he's your second three technique behind Osa. I don't care if he's another one technique.
You didn't like that Osa sign? You like that Osa sign?
Osa signing's fine.
Yeah,
I like
Osa signing's great.
I like the Osa signing. I think they back themselves. The Osa signing goes two different directions. One, I think that's the sort of player that a lot of teams will let walk if you're doing a good job of building your team and you have depth at different places. But also on the free market, I think he would have gotten even more money. So I'm fine with Osa, but you currently have 2 D tackles. I need 4.
Yeah. Some other options for him: Javon Kinlaw, Calais Campbell. I know he's old, but that's an option. And then Poona Ford, I think, is another guy that, in terms of defensive tackles, who you'd want to maybe hear the Cowboys go after.
And Grady Jarrett just got cut.
Grady Jarrett just got cut.
Javon Kinlaw's gone. Hit the song.
What?
Javon Kinlaw to Washington.
Oh.
$15 million a year.
Stop.
3 for 45.
Well, you stopping that a lot,
Bro.
Is that good or bad?
That's a lot for Javon Kinlaw.
It's not. I guess we.
But here I hear you, and I get everything's relative, right? But also, still look at the Cowboys, for example. You still have a certain amount of money to play with, right? Which means you got to
come on back now.
You need to still utilize that to the best of your ability. So if
Collins
guys like Javon Kinlaw are going for $15 million a year, long story short, you're not going to be able to get a ton of good free agents, especially when the Cowboys do it on one-year deals. If they do consistently go, hey, we'll give 4-year deals to these guys, move money around, wait till the salary cap goes up, that's fine. But if you're doing what the Cowboys have historically done and done 1-year deals with these guys, that's not going to fly with the market being what it is. So $15 million for a guy like Javon Kinlaw, yes, it's relative, but it's also a lot.
Well, you just can't do 1-year deals. I mean, the bottom line is find some guy. Well, that's what they did last year. That's not generally what they do. That's what they did last year. Some a lot of guys 1-year deals. Historically, that's not what they do. But the bottom line is they don't
sign free agents.
They don't do anything. But the bottom line is there are guys out there. Go get them. With Allen is still out there from Washington, you still need to upgrade the defensive tackle position. There are guys you can get. Certainly, we talked about, Kinlaw. Again, we got Grady Jarrett. I mean, there are guys that you can go get. Go do
I don't
something.
think Malik Collins is a bad name either.
I
mean, he is probably very redundant with Osa in terms of it's like, hey, there's a good pass rushing D tackle that kind of gets his ass kicked in the run game. And I would like to have guys who can stop the run, but I also need bodies.
But you need
NFL
bodies
players.
there, right? You need bodies there. And he's a proven player. And Cowboys should never let him go. He's not a bad player.
No. All right, we're cooking. We're cooking, and we're going to keep cooking. Cowboys, which of the guys that are their free agents, will any of them be on the move? Should they be bringing some of these guys back? Should they be talking to them? Our free agency party with the Cowboys rolls on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast.
Life is about living, and living it more healthy. My friends at Timeline.com. If you use the promo code DLLS, you too can get $10 off their product. What is Timeline? Timeline sells healthy longevity supplements featuring their proprietary.
That is not how you say that word.
How do you say it?
Proprietary.
Proprietary.
Yeah, but you were. Yeah,
I was on
great.
the proprietary MitoPure ingredient. The cells in our bodies are the building blocks of life. Timeline. It's a supplement that works for the cells that help you have more energy, feel stronger during workouts, and preserve health and mobility that starts at the aging. I'm getting to a point in time where seeing words and reading words sometimes don't always
Timeline
go
will get you right, though. You'll know that word.
In
a few weeks, you'll be nailing that word.
In a few weeks, I'm going to be. I nailed it last time. I fumbled it. I did that. I got it last time.
No, you didn't.
I fumbled it this time. But Timeline.com is where you go.
Shout out to our friends at Lucy. Your boy is on day 8 of no tobacco. Day 8. I'm tearing up my Lucy's though, baby.
Hey.
100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. These here are the breakers, and what the breakers are, they're nicotine pouches, and they've got a little extra surprise in there. It's got a capsule that when you crack that bad boy open, you release the extra flavor and hydration. They've got your pouches, they got your breakers, they got your gums, they got all sorts of things. And I love it. Which one do I'm a berry citrus man at the moment, but I tell you what, I'm gonna try me some different flavors because they're tasty.
I gotta give you the ones that I have.
Please do.
I will.
That would be lovely. That would save me some money. Go to lucy.co/DLLS. The promo code's DLLS. Get you 20% off your first order. They have a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Lucy.co. Use the code DLLS. And here's the fine print. Only for adults of legal age. It's age-verified orders. Product contains nicotine. That's an addictive chemical. All right, we're watching the Thangs in free agency. It's a wild-ass free agency party where guys who are not very good but kind of used to be good are getting a bunch of money. Shout out to Javon Kinlaw and his 3-year, $45 million deal with the Commanders. $30 million of that is guaranteed, so 2 of 3 years guaranteed for him. And the Cowboys so far have done nothing.
Yeah, they've so far done nothing, but
not yet.
The Cowboys have impacted the market, or the market has impacted the Cowboys. 2 things we haven't even talked about today. The 2 biggest contracts that were signed, quarterback, Buffalo Bills.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. I mean, that's about Dak Prescott saying last year, listen, I got to do what's right for my brethren, okay? It's right for my league to get the best contract I can get because it helps other quarterbacks get the best contract they can get. Josh Allen got paid.
Well, and it also
got paid.
It shows you how the leverage game works in the NFL.
Yeah.
Josh Allen
had 4 years left on his deal now.
That's how you sign people. When you know you want to sign people, you sign them. Josh Allen had a ton of time left, and they were like, hey, but what about an extension that guarantees you a bunch of money, and we can spread out all these monies over a decade, and so we can keep competing and keep going for it. And his number is still $5 million short of what Dak got per year.
But his guaranteed money is a record.
Right.
Okay,
that's fine.
His guaranteed money is a record.
And that's fine.
It's more than Deshaun Watson. There are different ways to look at this guy. His package is more than Dak.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, that's because I
didn't say bigger. I said more.
He did say more.
I said more. I didn't say bigger.
Well, he's taller, and he might
it's
have
a farther
I said
situation here.
Come on now.
All right, you got it.
Come on, proprietary.
But that's
Nasty word.
Anyway,
Mr. P. But that's how the markets work. If you have the leverage, you get the contract, and when you have the leverage, you wait till the last second. You do pay more per year, and it's a shorter contract, and there's less years to spread it out in. The Cowboys hurt their ability to compete by the way that they dealt with Dak.
Right.
You hurt yourself.
But the way they continue to deal with things.
Correct.
And with him, it's also about rewarding your guy. Okay, you should be. I know we signed you to a deal, and the market has jumped. But you are one of the best players in the league. You just came off MVP season. And if you look at the Bills, they've signed a lot of other guys, okay? They've been active in this market. Like last year, they cut a lot of players. This year, they re-signed a lot of players, give a lot of players money, and they still rewarded their quarterback, and they did right by their quarterback. The other deal, we talked about Micah earlier a little bit about him not needing $40 million, and I want to get other guys. But just like Dak, his age, like, dude, you got to do right by the market.
Michael Irvin.
Yeah, he said Michael Irvin.
Yeah, okay.
He was talking about Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons, my bad. Micah Parsons, I'm sorry. But the fact that
proprietary.
We all slip up. All right, Jerry. Just like
proprietary is wild.
Myles Garrett became the highest paid defensive player in the NFL yesterday. Of course, Myles Garrett said he was never going back to.
I know, money talks.
To Cleveland.
Wants to play for a Super Bowl winner.
Cowboy fans, the Eagles are going to get him. Washington going to get him. We were all worried about how he was going to impact the NFC and mess up the Cowboys. Of course, Cleveland said, we're not getting rid of you. We weren't trading you. Take a bunch of money and sit down and be quiet.
Shout out to Nicole Lynn who got that deal done.
Yeah, Nicole Lynn. Certainly shout out to Nicole Lynn. Great agent that got that deal done. But whatever we thought Micah was going to get, the market has jumped twice in the last week for Micah Parsons. First, it was when Max Crosby signed for $35.5 million annually, become the highest paid non-quarterback.
And I think Max Crosby deal was it's like a 3-year, right?
Yeah, he has a short deal. But
so he had a short deal.
Was it 3?
I think it was 3 years for Max Crosby.
Yeah.
So that's not to be because the Cowboys usually want to get anywhere between that 4, 5, 6 year deal because they want to have those years. Mm-hmm. But that 3-year, Like that means Max is going to get to the table
again. Theoretically, yes.
So a lot of players want to get that money, but get back to the table as soon as they possibly can.
And the fact that Jamar Chase has already said, the Bengals already said, we're going to make you the highest paid player, non-quarterback.
Yeah.
So the money could jump again.
So
if
Mike,
the Cowboys
you might want to beat Jamar Chase to the table if you're the Cowboys.
And then they're talking about T.J. Watt getting a new deal this offseason.
I want to beat him to the table.
What's the order of how those deals go down, realistically?
Oh, God.
It's the Bengals.
I mean, T.J. Watt's the one who has
know.
a year left, and he'll probably get it first.
I know.
Yeah.
Because it's the Bengals and the Cowboys who are the best at waiting. But, yeah, I mean, Micah, I don't need 40 is words that you say when the market's 35 because that means 37 will be fine. Now I don't need 40 goes away.
Yeah.
Because now what that really means is now if he could say it again, it's I don't need 45.
Yeah.
I don't have to destroy the market.
Mike is
And,
gonna
he ain't
say-
going
and,
under
and I
market.
remember when I asked that question,
he
we
has
were
an
just
agent.
throwing 40 out there
He has an agent.
because it was 35. Like, okay,
Right.
what do what could because we were throwing a number out there like what could be too much for you, and so we threw 40 out there.
And now it's 45.
but now 40 is like that's the baseline for any deal, and so
Also, look at who the agent for J.C. Horn is, by the way. That same agent for Micah Parsons is David Mulugeta.
Yeah,
So-
agents aren't taking discounts.
No, David Mulugeta is going to get his.
yeah.
Because people are going to say, well, the agent works for the player. Yes, they do. And they're going to advise the players because first of all, an agent wants to make sure that the percentage that I get off this deal, I want to get the largest number I can possibly get because that means my percentage is better. Also, an agent is going to say, I want to make sure that this number also is for my, athletes first for, we got one, Joe?
We do have one.
Yeah, we got to
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Another guy I liked for the potential Cowboys. Do you want to announce it?
The only good linebacker on the market.
Yeah.
Robert Spillane from the Raiders going to the Patriots. I haven't seen the number. Do you have the number?
No number yet, but I guarantee you it's big.
It's going to be huge because
gonna be
nobody wanted the
huge.
Patriots money.
No.
Chris
I wouldn't be
Godwin
surprised-
turned down their money. Nobody wants their
I wouldn't be
money.
surprised if it's like $12 million a year. That's my guess.
I'll take the over.
You're gonna go more than that.
I'll take the over.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Another takeaway I have from today: Osa Odigizua left a ton of money on the table by not hitting the open market. A ton.
Probably.
A ton.
Yeah, probably.
Is he getting $27 million per year?
I don't know about 20.
Let's see what Milton Williams gets.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever Milton Williams gets, I think it's probably the same, give or take.
or a little bit less, maybe.
As what Osa got. Trade Parsons, please. That's one great way to try to get better. Is
That's
get rid of
just
your best
stupid.
player.
Stop it.
They're not doing that.
No, they're not going to do that.
Just to finish that
Yeah, my
thought.
bad, my bad.
No, you're fine. And also, Clarence, I think you hit on it a little bit earlier too. Like the NFL Players Association, they don't want guys like Dak or Josh Allen or Micah to take less money.
No, you're hurting the rest of us.
You're hurting everyone else. You're now allowing the owners to shift the market and now, give players less money.
Right.
So the NFLPA, the agents, they're all working together in the sense of saying, we want the premium players to set the market and reset the market and reset the market because all it does now is it allows for our best players to achieve the biggest contracts in the league. And that helps the NFLPA, that helps the players, that helps everybody involved. So they're not going to take – Mike is not taking
And
less.
they got fans thinking that players should take less money. Like they're not taking the money off the ticket prices.
Pop.
Is somebody good?
This sucks.
Ooh, I
The
just
Cowboys
saw
signed
it.
someone, huh?
No, they didn't.
Oh.
No. Is it a Cowboy going somewhere?
Wait,
It is.
Rico?
No.
Jordan.
Oh, Jordan Lewis. Whoa!
Where's Jordan going? We got it right there.
Where's Jordan going?
Jacksonville.
Oh, Jordan got paid.
I hope he got paid.
I mean, I'm
I
happy.
wouldn't-
I'm
I
happy
wouldn't want to
for-
go live in Jacksonville.
I don't see numbers yet.
No state tax, just like Dallas.
But it's Jacksonville.
But still, it's
Oh,
Florida.
my God. So, yeah, Rappaport said Jaguars are signing Jordan Lewis. He becomes the NFL's highest paid nickel cornerback.
Gotta
That's
go.
what my
Good
boy
for-
laughed
good for
at me.
him.
That's my
Gotta
boy
go.
laughed last night.
Good
Gotta
for
go.
him. Wow. How much
Gotta
is
go.
Congratulations,
I don't know the number.
Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
But that is
Congratulations. Well done. Well done. Good and faithful servant.
I love
huge loss for the Dallas
Well
Cowboys.
done. Good and faithful
Huge
servant.
loss.
Happy for Jordan, miserable for Cowboy fans.
That
Because
is the guy who's
you got one corner right now.
Now the Cowboys need 2 more corners.
Yeah, we need 2 corners now. That changes things.
His impact goes beyond what he does on the field. He has become an example for courage, frankly, for the ability to work back through adversity. He has become a locker room presence. So think about the locker room presence he's about to lose. Zach Martin, DeMarcus Lawrence, and Jordan Lewis. Brian Schottenheimer's going to, we're talking about culture.
It's Micah Parsons' locker room now, baby. Leader.
Yeah, because Jordan was on the leadership council, too.
That's why when he started saying that, I started laughing because I said, boy, next one up for more leadership.
Trayvon and Micah.
Trayvon, Micah,
and
and Dak.
Wow, that's a huge loss.
Go get him, Captain.
And I don't know. This is a rumor so far, but apparently Aaron Rodgers may be getting close to signing with the Steelers. And I would pay a subscription fee to just watch Steeler games with DK Metcalf and George Pickens as Aaron Rodgers receiver. Like Aaron Rodgers, the guy in the league who most never takes blame for anything. Well, I can't wait to see him play with DK and Pickens.
That's insane.
If the Steelers sign Aaron Rodgers, you know where Hard Knocks is going.
Can they get? Is anybody ever doing Hard Knocks again?
Thank God.
Is anybody going to ever do Hard Knocks again?
All right, we keep this thing rolling. Free agency is happening. The Cowboys are losing people, and they're not adding people. That sucks. Cowboys need
water is wet.
We need corners. We need corners.
And water is
and
wet.
Twitter is still down.
And congratulations to Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron, the 12th overall pick in this draft, as the Cowboys are going to be forced to pick for need because they don't have any corners.
Well, we don't have any voids.
They got some voids now.
We
got voids now.
We don't have any voids that we can't address in the draft with our own free agent.
I'm happy for Jordan Lewis.
I'm very happy.
I am genuinely happy. I wish I had his number. I would text him a long, heartfelt message because I'm happy for Jordan Lewis.
Happy for J. Lou, sad for me and us. Posting on Blue Sky during the show.
We do have a quarterback signing.
Okay, who? The way he said it means that it's not important.
Jimmy Garoppolo to the Rams. I know he's going back.
All right, we're doing this read. It is a big day, and I should have led with this. The story of the day.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you what it is on the DLLS Cowboys Podcast. The story of the day is that.
Yes.
Our free agency frenzy intro offer to be a diehard. It's usually about $80 to be a diehard for a calendar year, which is a wonderful price in and of itself. $48 was our spring training special. $36 is the free agency frenzy. What's that down to?
$3.
$3 a day?
$3.
Wait, $3 a month? Yeah. 12, 24, 30, $3 a month.
Yeah, $3 a month.
$3 a day would be, we'd be very proud of ourselves at $3 a day. I'd pay it.
I'd pay it.
$3 a month for diehard status. You can use the QR code that's on the screen, or you can go to alldlls.com/diehard. And what you get when you sign up to be a diehard is all sorts of things. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need for DFW sports, and in a lot of cases for your national sports as well, including our NFL draft content from Fran Duffy, where you can see all of his scouting reports and rankings. It'll be a great tool to have on draft days or leading up to it, just to see his rankings and mock drafts and all those different things. But yeah, when you sign up to be a diehard, you get an ad-free experience on our website. You get access to all of our diehard level content from Clarence, from Joe.
Joe wrote a story today, didn't you?
All of our
both did. Yeah,
you both did. Yeah. Oh, nice.
All of our different writers. I was technically right if it was 3 for 37. That's 12 point something for Spillane. So yeah, decide to be a diehard or else, which is not a threat. And now is the best time ever to do it. When you sign up, you get a free T-shirt from our merch store, which is
basically
about $36.
About 30, yeah, you get yeah.
Plus, you get 20% discounts on merch, 20% discounts on events that we have. You get access to our Discord lounge where we're all hanging out and talking. It's a great place to be during games or whenever you want to chat about barbecue or feats. We in there.
Feats.
We in there. Sign up to be a diehard. It's the best time ever to do it. The QR code's right there on the screen. Become a diehard or else. Not a threat.
So somebody put on Twitter
Twitter's active
a
again?
foot popsicle the other day. Did you ever respond?
Oh yeah, he did.
I did.
He did.
Okay, you did.
Oh yeah. I would eat
the feet popsicle.
It was a weird time for that to come out too.
Did you say yes or no?
Yeah.
You eat some feet popsicles.
It's ice cream.
Yeah, it's ice cream.
I'll eat ice
Shaped as
cream.
feet.
Yeah.
When's the last time y'all had the ice cream man come through your neighborhood?
It's been a while.
Not a long time.
I had him 2 days ago.
Did you go outside and get something?
Almost got off the couch. It must have been yesterday because I was hungover. Yeah. It was yesterday because I was super hungover. And I heard him, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
What is your ice
But
cream?
I
What
couldn't get
what
up.
is your
Can
ice
you
cream
ice
truck?
cream and liquor? Do they mix?
Well, I was,
Yeah,
at that
100%.
point, it was just going to be
You got an
mixing with the
alcohol float?
pizza I ordered at 10:30 a.m. I like the pink one with the gumball at the bottom.
Oh yeah.
I like that one.
Mhm.
I like the Ninja Turtle face.
Okay.
The big old Ninja Turtle. I
You have
like
the
those.
Spider-Man face one.
Any of them.
Yep.
Any of them. They're all good. I loved it. Yeah, I like
SpongeBob's a great one.
What's your ice cream truck? You want soft serve? I know you old.
Crown.
School. Yeah, soft. You a
Crown.
soft serve. You soft serve.
I stopped eating ice cream. Lactose.
Okay.
Oh.
Lactose
You
intolerant.
just
Joe?
poured
Yeah, I
liquor
was
in your
the
body.
Spider-Man one. Yeah, I love the Spider-Man one.
Lactose intolerant. Can't do it no
My man
more.
breaks out a funnel to pour Crown in, but he's like, I can't eat ice cream.
Yeah, what's your deal, dude?
But you can have 76 ounces of brown liquor.
Don't have 76 ounces. And it's dairy. It's the dairy part of it. I used to love some Bluebell back in the day.
Oh, Bluebell heads. Tillamook heads too.
Okay, so we're waiting for any other updates. Jordan Lewis is going to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which means when the Cowboys start this next football season, at the moment, they will line up with Deron Bland at left corner, and at right corner and in the slot will be Cleats.
It'd be Kalen Carson
Over
just
1,000.
in.
We have 1,000
Oh,
people
yeah, 1,000
watching.
people
Get
watching?
the likes up. If you're watching
Likes.
this right now, our likes need to go up, man. Hit the
So,
like button
They got to
now.
So
Follow us on Blue Sky. It's
Where-
a big Blue Sky day today since our other place ain't
where are
working.
we with needs? I mean, we need a linebacker.
everything.
We need a line. I'm talking
Nickel
about
corner has jumped huge now.
Yeah, corner is a gigantic need.
I think
corner
they
is
were
a huge
etching in-
need, right? Corner, linebacker,
Starting running back,
starting running back because they don't have one.
number 2 wide receiver,
Number 2 wide receiver, but they got
Backup
number 1.
quarterback.
backup quarterback. Like if you had
Still
to rank,
defensive tackle.
if you have to
Still
rank
defensive
them,
tackle.
I would say you start at places where you literally don't have a starter:
So corner.
corner,
Linebacker.
running back, linebacker. Like
Yeah.
there is stuff to be done, whether it's today or tomorrow or
Eric
this week.
Kennedy's coming back. Watch. This feels
It's
like
going to be
wouldn't- I
someone who
wouldn't be
doesn't have a
surprised.
like
market.
yeah, there's gonna be some. They're gonna get
Bobby
to the point.
Wagner.
My question
He already-
is,
he already
he
signed.
already
He
signed.
already
Go
signed.
on.
And he
He's
got
already-
good money again, I bet.
He
He
got-
had a good year.
He's back in Washington.
Yeah, he's
I
back
don't
in
know.
Washington. Just 1 year deal?
It's a 1 year
What did he
deal.
get?
I don't know.
1 year deal. 12
So
million, something like that.
let's talk about Kendricks. Was he good for Zimmer's scheme because he was familiar with Zimmer's scheme? Or does he fit with what Eberflus likes to do?
He was a solid player.
He's a solid player.
He's a solid player.
I don't know how he'll fit in this scheme.
Right.
I don't know. But like he was still a good player last year.
Right.
Now, what does that mean this year in a new scheme, a year older?
Right.
I don't know. But we're gonna get down to a point
So
where we start looking around and we're like, okay, linebacker.
Because the
linebacker.
question that they had, they talked about Overshawn, how he'd be a great will. And I know he's not a will. And the what's the kid, the draft pick from last
Maris
year?
Leufau.
Maris plays the middle. I mean, they were grooming him to be a replacement for Kendrick.
Yeah.
Do you need a will or do you need that middle linebacker? Because
I
in
think-
this
Maris
defense,
can play. Maris could play Will though. Too,
And I think in a lot of ways, they're pretty interchangeable in 2025
Yeah.
because you're talking about 4-2-5 defenses now pretty much every snap. You got 4 down guys, you got 2 linebackers, you got 5 DBs. So, like, sure, one of them will be on the tight end side and have to deal with a little bit more contact, and one will be more free to run. And you're like long term, your linebackers might be Leofau and Overshown.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Kendricks probably makes a lot of sense in terms of what you're really looking for is an old head until hopefully Overshown is able to play at some point next year. Like long term, your starters might be here,
Yeah.
but week 1, you need something. You got to sign something.
I also think, and not to pivot off linebacker too much, but nickel corner has just jumped huge. Jordan Lewis was a guy I was etching back in.
Carson,
frankly.
and maybe Kalen Carson.
Kalen Carson is probably their
Probably
target
Kalen
for nickel
Carson.
corner, but they still need somebody on the outside.
Because
if,
Trayvon Diggs ain't going to be
And
ready.
then look at your depth over there. You have nothing. I mean, because the
they're
last-
drafting a corner.
They got to draft. Well, they're gonna have to draft a corner. You might have to go. You have to sign
You
another
have
one.
to draft the corner. You have to draft the running back.
Not a
you
good
have to
year for
draft
nickel
the
corners in the free agency either.
What are the priorities in the draft?
If you're just saying priorities in terms of what do you need, not necessarily what order do you want to pick them in. I mean, they don't have a starting running back and they don't have a starting corner.
Yeah.
Those are way up there. When it's also a first round pick that's in the top 12. Today, if they don't do anything, I would pencil in Will Johnson or Jahdae Barron. I would say corner is a premier position and you need it.
Isn't this funny though? Because and it better be funny.
It better be funny
because we're talking about there's no voids to fill in free agency, right?
No, we are not talking that.
No,
we are not talking that.
Jerry Jones is talking that. We've obviously said that's not the truth. But here is why you actually go out and use free agency, and we're so early on it. But now we're talking about, okay, shoot, now we have to use the 12th overall pick on a slot corner when we didn't even know. Let's take Jahdae Barron a little bit higher than anyone else. This is why you don't do that. This is why you use the draft to develop, sure, but you got to amplify it with actually using free agency to take care of your needs. You want to walk in, have the ability to go best player available, so you're not forced to do these things. It's just wild.
But also not waiting to the last minute to sign your players.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jordan Lewis didn't have to be out here in the streets.
They could have extended him this past season.
Could have been done.
I want to know what the money is.
I mean, the thing with Jordan is that he was always one of those guys that the league didn't value that much, and so it made sense. You were kind of buying time with him. He's coming off injury, and
but he played well for you last
He
year.
did play well,
and
but
then-
So go offer him a deal.
how much?
Right, and
How much?
he knows now
but
that
he-
finally I think I
No,
can
no.
get paid, and the
Yeah,
Cowboys are
yeah.
going to view him as they've always viewed him, which
Talking
is
to
here's your
Jordan during the
$6.
season, he always wanted to test the market. Okay, so he always felt this was his best year, his best year. He's never really got a chance to get out there in the free agent market.
Didn't
Healthy.
we just say money talks? We just said
Right, but how
everybody
much-
got a price.
How much do you pay Jordan?
I don't know, but you
But
make
about-
it worth his while at the middle of the season. You go, listen, brother.
But you
go
can't
and
do
you
this in
say,
the middle
man,
of
do
the
you want to
season.
go out there and really see what's going on? Look how this thing, look how this ship is sinking right now. We don't look like
Jordan Lewis. I mean, you can't. I mean, we talked about Osa. We talked about Micah. When it came to let's sign guys early, Jordan Lewis was way down on that list. Coming
All
off
right,
injury,
maybe you start down there. Maybe you start low on the list and work your
That
way
would have been
to the
savvy, though.
Coming,
Wouldn't that have been savvy?
coming, just coming off the injuries and his history and his age, you don't really know what the future has. That he was not a priority before the season, during the season to get done. And I know, listen, I'm a big Jordan fan. He had a great year. He's
Someone
probably
saying 3 for 30 for Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
just fine.
Yeah, $10 million a year. Good for him.
That's good for him. And maybe
great.
it was great for him.
You know,
And
the Cowboys,
this-
it would have been 2 for 10.
His market
and
value was like
and the
$3
bottom
million.
line is this: at this point in his career, Dallas is going to be his home. He's from Detroit. Detroit ain't no great destination, but if they're going to give me the most money, I owe it to myself to take the best deal.
I mean, Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, yeah.
Yeah.
I owe it to myself to take the best deal for Jordan. He has to finally get paid. This on probably his last contract. Let me get the best deal, the most money. So what if I got to live in Duval?
Yeah. And
Florida's nice. Florida's nice. I don't care where you live out in Florida. Like
all of Florida ain't the same.
Stop it, Florida.
All of Florida ain't the
The
same.
further
Some
you
of
go
Florida's
north,
Alabama.
the further you go north, the further you go south. To
when
Florida.
you have, the
further you go north, the further you go south.
When you have money, there's a nice area for everybody.
It is a nice area, but I've been to Florida. Like you've been to
I've
Florida.
and
I choose
listen,
Tampa and
That's fine.
Miami.
Yeah, me too. Those would be my first choice as well.
Over north.
That's
Florida.
fine. But I can always get to those places
over
with a lot of
Jacksonville
money.
and
I can jump on a
Pensacola.
plane. I can jump on a sprinter, and I can be in those places in lickety split.
I know, but them 7 days a week in Jacksonville is not the same 7 days a week in Tampa, Orlando, or Miami.
I hear you.
Super chats, we them boys. Why would Micah give a hometown discount when Jerry has shown us he won't spend in free agency? That's facts.
Yep.
And Tudor Davies is paying us in euros. I think that's a euros symbol. UK diehard. Well done, J. Lou. Number
126 draft.
Number 1
pick
2026
for
draft
DC.
pick for. Oh, okay.
Oh, they're
yeah.
saying the Cowboys are going to have the number 1 pick next year.
Oh,
Yeah, Dallas Cowboys.
we're gonna
DC.
get Arch.
Listen.
He's coming out. Let's go.
We're gonna get Arch with the number 1 pick next
Arch
year.
is not coming out next year.
I just wanted to get Clarence to say that.
You were right, by the way, on the more than for Spillane. Just
Yeah, by that much.
I know.
12 point something.
yeah.
So no Jordan Lewis. Cowboys have a bunch of needs. So far, they haven't done anything. But I'll tell you what, I'm going to give the Cowboys.
I love this one right here. I'm sorry. This last
it's
one.
fine.
Shane Mason. Well, y'all relax. We're not even an hour in.
Who's freaking out?
I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, the good players are going to be gone.
The good players were gone yesterday.
Like they're gone. So we're not freaking out, but you're talking about we're only an hour into this thing. The good players don't last very long. The deals are already been in place all throughout
Well, wait,
the
they
weekend.
could go get Devontae. Oh, no. They can't go get Devontae Adams. So what they could go get?
DK Metcalf.
No, they can't get DK.
No, they're still not. They still
Jonathan
haven't.
Allen, come on home.
They still haven't violated my rules of free agency yet. My rules of free agency are just do not exist where you normally do, which is signing guys that aren't actually NFL players. What happened? Arch and Sark in 2026. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I can see that happening for the Cowboys.
Arch
honestly.
and Sark, baby. Arch and Sark.
Yeah, I could absolutely see that. No, so we'll keep monitoring, but not monitoring, but yes, monitoring to see who and what the Cowboys are doing. And I tell you what, about to hit you with what's called a soft close. And thank you for being here with us and listening to the DLLS Cowboys Podcast.
Limited contingencies.
And then I'm going to keep talking.
Here we go.
And we're going to keep talking.
That
See
was
that?
well done.
And
That
then
was
I'm
well
going to keep
done.
talking.
That was well done. Everyone, clap it up.
We ain't going nowhere.
We are still here.
We're still here. We're still waiting for news.
Hit the like button.
We're still here for you guys.
Yeah, so the Cowboys, what they're going to have to do is just find another nickel corner that's on this market and sign. Because
Nate Hobbs.
this is what you can't do.
Nate Hobbs. Isn't that from Fast and Furious?
Similar. Yeah. Hobbs or is it Nate Hobbs?
Is it Nate Hobbs?
It might be.
I think they're going. I think they're going to.
Calvin Hobbs? Is that a
Was it-
person?
I think
Calvin Hobbs is another person.
I think Seatbelt's going to be the nickel corner.
Whoa.
So he's going to be a what corner?
Yeah. Whoa.
I mean, I know we talk about white corners, but that,
FAA, right? We're off.
I know we talk about white corners, but that is not what you call every black
We're
corner.
still here. We're still here.
We're still
Nickel
on
corner. Nickel corner.
We don't call every black corner that. Like,
Nickel corner.
like I don't watch the Eagles and be like, oh yeah, there goes Cooper Kupp to crack a corner.
See, ever since I made fun of him with proprietary. Ever since I made fun of him with proprietary.
Don't play with the Lord's children like that. Yes, Lord.
Katya, I need the sounder. Milton Williams is not going to be an Eagle anymore.
Okay.
Where's my boy going?
I don't have numbers yet.
Where's he going?
I don't have numbers yet.
Where?
But Milton is going to a place where they got money to spend.
Come on, Dallas. Let's go, baby.
Let's go, Cowboys. Bill Williams.
Patriots.
Carolina.
Oh. Gone to Carolina in my mind.
Go get that money, Milton. Go get that money. Carolina
Crowley to
Carolina
Carolina.
people said they were going to have a busy day today. So they got Horn and then they got Milton Williams. So there was going to be activity with Carolina today.
God, they paid a lot
shout
of
out
money.
to Sheena Quick.
What?
Just cuz.
That's my girl, Sheena.
Just cuz.
Sheena Quick.
Woo.
And Paulson
Like that.
Adebo went somewhere too, the corner, but
Shout out to Mansfield.
Giants. He's going to be
Who?
a Giant. Paulson Adebo, corner. He's
Whoa,
former
Titans.
Saint. What?
Titans signed Dan Moore from the Steelers, another swing tackle kind of guy.
And I bet he's getting
4 years, $82 million.
over $20.5 million for a guy who's okay.
Like he's
Which
sign
Tyler Smith quick. These numbers don't get lower.
more
They
moves are coming in. Derek Barnett to the Texans again, 1 year, $5 million. Back with the Texans.
Okay, all right, we're cooking. We're
The
cooking.
Texans have had it. Braxton Berrios, Derek Barnett, and Christian Kirk, but Braxton Berrios and Derek Barnett.
All depth pieces. Depth pieces.
Oh,
Death
Death.
pieces
Death.
and what kind of corners? Oh, we got.
Boy.
Jeff, what are you gonna say?
I mean, I guess
Got some tongue twisting today.
I like to say shocking things, and I just don't feel like I can top these. And they're not even on purpose. So the Cowboys so far, signings, none. There is a bunch of their own guys that they've kept. Osa, CJ, shout out to CJ Goodwin, who just keeps making like whatever league minimum is for a 15-year vet to run down on kickoff. What a badass. Keeping Wanye
getting
Thomas,
paid, man.
Brock Hoffman, Tyrus Wheat, Marquise Bell. They've lost Jordan Lewis to the Jacksonville Jaguars, and anyone else is
So would you
TBD.
Would you consider that right? If you just go stop at that moment right there, the Cowboys, are they currently better or worse than they were last year?
They're worse.
Oh,
They haven't
worse.
added anybody.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they lost their most consistent defender
Yeah.
from last year.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a great
Game in
locker
and game
presence.
out, Jordan Lewis was their most consistent defender. And they lost him already.
Yeah. But it's young, you know. We have a whole draft class that we have to factor in. Where currently they would have to force pretty much every pick. They would have to pick a corner. They would have to pick a running back.
And they would have to hit.
Yeah.
They got to hit.
Oh, the
And the
corner
running
got
back
hit.
you'll hit easy because it's easy to find.
Yeah, the
a running back.
cornerback has to hit.
And that's harder.
So
Yeah.
who from their own free agent class now are we saying, okay, this is the next guy that we're shifting our focus to that they have to sign? Because Jordan Lewis was the guy for me.
He might not exist because he was for me too.
It's not
Like,
is it
so
Rico?
now it's not
you
Rico.
could say Rico, and so I was talking about this shameless plug. Twice a week I do a show on my personal
Oh,
YouTube
shameless.
page with my
Plug
friend Brian Broaddus. It's a DLLS product if anybody wants to sponsor. And he was talking about running back where it's like, I don't want to sign Rico. I want to double dip in the draft. And I'm like, I think I agree with that in theory, but now you're forcing things. You can't get to the – because if you get to the second round and your best player available is a pass rusher, a defensive tackle, a corner or whatever, but you're like, well, we need to double dip at running back. That's how you F up a draft is having to do things. What are y'all all communicating about?
She was telling us about Dan Moore.
Dan Moore. The guy going to Tennessee.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I hate having to force things, but I also think that you absolutely can get running back right without signing Rico.
Yeah,
no doubt.
I believe that.
And if I can use his $5 or $6 million for a not Jordan Lewis nickel corner that I feel good about, because the nickel corner market, which is kind of odd to me,
it's really
that
odd.
market is half of the outside cornerback market, and the job ain't easier.
No.
Which is wild to me.
Because especially today, because in today's NFL, your best receiver is always on the move. Your nickel's going to end up with them plenty of the time. They're usually the smaller guys because you used to have to cover smaller slot guys, but they also have to be physical enough because they're closer to the box. Like, it's not an easy job, but somehow you still get it at a bargain.
It's an unfathomable market quirk, frankly. It's weird.
And I think that probably says that's where you should spend. Like, if you let me run an NFL team, I'm going to look at these and say, where do I think the market is weird? And the fact that my nickel cornerback market is half of the outside corner market, I'm going to go ahead and find the best one I can, and I'm going to pay him the most. Jordan Lewis getting paid makes all the sense in the world. He's making 40% what the good outside corners are now going to make.
And there's less of them. That's the other thing.
I think the thing is people think there's more of them.
Of nickel corners?
Because what they do is if you're not 6 foot tall, they call you a nickel.
No, I know.
So every corner who's 5'10" is a nickel.
But it's so hard that there's less good ones, too. I mean, like, I think it's harder to find one. And then you have 2 spots for corners outside anyways. So it's kind of brings me to my point of this. Like, do the Cowboys say, you know what, actually, yeah, we'll put Kalen Carson in the slot, and Trayvon Diggs is obviously going to be kind of, we'll see.
Yeah.
So why don't we go sign an outside corner, a 1-year deal? What if we brought back a guy like Stephon Gilmore? What if we said, you know what, we are going to use our money. We're going to get DJ Reed, who has that versatility. We're just going to go splash big there.
Oh, we got Amani Arurier.
Who?
Thanks, man.
Who?
Do we still have
Mr. Muff Punt? Mr. Muff Punt.
Is the Oregon guy
Mr.
or the
Muff
Notre
Punt.
Dame guy, are they still on the roster? Like, you don't want to put them on the field.
Which Oregon guy?
Didn't we have an Oregon guy?
Notre
We
Dame
obviously didn't. Otherwise, you would remember. Give me all of the randos that played a little bit for the
Josh
Cowboys
Butler,
this year.
Keemon Hall.
Okay.
The one, there was a Notre Dame guy. I can't
Was
think
it
of
Pride? Troy Pride?
Troy Pride.
Played
Yeah,
Cowboy for a half
Amani
second.
Aurier.
Penn State, yeah.
And your the guy that they traded for Minnesota who sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, he just flat out said who sucked.
Booth, Andrew Booth.
I mean, he was a big play waiting to happen. As soon as they put him on the
I know.
field,
It's just
let's target Andrew Booth.
The phrasing, like, that's damn near an attack on that man for no reason. Like, just,
I'm sorry.
You don't want Booth on the field.
All due respect. Corner's gone. Hit the club pop. Carlton Davis. 3 years, $60 million, Patriots.
From where?
The Lions.
Carlton Davis is not twice as good as Jordan Lewis.
No, he's not. That's what I'm saying.
The guys who play outside.
How many Jordan get?
10.
Huh?
Yeah, 10
10 a year.
or 10
That's
a
good.
year.
That's good for Jordan.
No, it's great for Jordan. It's great for Jordan because we've gotten used to the fact that the slot guys make $5 million.
If Jordan Lewis had his production and his just overall ability and respect as an outside corner, he's getting $22 million today.
And I think he's getting more inside corner if he is not older and coming off that injury. I mean, he had that foot injury 2 years ago. He's still wearing something in his shoe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's depressing his market as well.
Yeah, and that's honestly part of what, to me, made Jordan Lewis so damn impressive, is Jordan Lewis as a smaller corner who honestly is not a burner. He can run,
Yeah.
but he's not a burner. He's a smaller corner, and
He's
getting
a
close
junkyard
to
dog.
30, had a really bad foot injury that can end careers, and then played his best football ever. Right. Like, that's a high football character dude.
Right.
That's a dude that busted his ass to get back.
And they talk about culture. I know something that's shot now. He talk about the culture. You're missing something. You're losing something in the culture when you let a guy like Jordan Lewis go.
Yeah.
So, like, just some names we talking about, like DBs that may be out there. And I don't know if you can update me if those have been signed or not. But names like Adoree Jackson is out there. Artie Burns, Asante Samuel Jr., Avonte Maddox, Benjamin St. Juice.
Gosh, I'm doing what the NFL does, but if I'm going
Samuel
back to my
Jr.?
college scouting reports, I'll take Asante Samuel Jr. here.
He's a nickel
No,
corner.
Asante Samuel would be awesome.
He's a nickel corner. Yeah, he's young.
Some other names.
Nate Hobbs is a guy.
Nate Hobbs is on there.
Yeah.
Caleb
Stephon Gilmore.
Farley.
Which need a slot guy.
Charvarius Ward.
Charvarius Ward is really, really good outside guy.
That would be funny.
It better
Because we
be
had him
funny.
once.
Because you had it.
Did we
And you
give
let
him
him go.
away for
You
like
get-
a bad D tackle prospect or
OT
something?
you gave him. You gave him Kansas City OT, and he was on that roster.
Wow.
You had a lot of corners. And
Right.
I remember when they traded him in training camp, and then he blossomed to be an all-pro type player.
Jeff Okudah will probably be the one who comes.
I was just gonna say Jeff Okudah is probably gonna be the guy they go after. That's so
Probably gonna
funny.
be the one. He's
Local
probably-
was
kid.
fun.
He's
Local
South
kid.
Grand
There's your
Prairie.
storyline right there.
And it's
there's your story right
there
there.
it is.
And it would be one of those where they would, once they signed him, say, listen, when we were evaluating him coming out of college,
100%.
first round player.
Oh,
No,
my
he'll tell you when we
God.
were evaluating him in high school, coming out of South Grand Prairie.
Yeah, okay.
We saw this was a guy that could be.
Then Jeff Okudah will tell us that he has a chip on his shoulder and he's about to.
And he grew up
you
loving
know,
the Cowboys.
yeah,
They're my
and,
favorite
you know,
team.
now I'm gonna give him the best that I have. I'm in the best shape of my life in the big year loading up for me. Yeah. Going home, whatever.
How about Noah Igbenogany? Bring him back. Actually played pretty decently for Washington last year.
No one couldn't get on the field. He was. We called him on my show that I do for pre and post game. We called him Noah Inactive. He never got active.
Boy, you were getting close on that.
I
too.
know. I was gonna say.
That was
That's
getting
why
close.
I paused.
You
And,
thought
and ran
about it.
through
Let me
my-
make sure. No,
ran it through my head before I actually said it.
Yeah, Cowboys inactive so far, have lost Jordan Lewis, are going to need to add, and just don't. It's not a good free agency class.
And Jordan got 20 guaranteed, so
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
a 2-year deal.
3-year deal, the first 2 guaranteed,
Yeah.
pretty standard. If you get a 4-year deal, 2.5 of it's guaranteed. If you get a 3-year
12 and a
deal,
half
2
this
guaranteed.
year, so that's good. That's a good 1-year payday for him. 12 and a half
12
this
and a
year.
half.
Congrats
12
to
and a
J.
half for
Lou.
a guy.
Florida too.
And bad news
It's no state tax.
for the Dallas
No
Cowboys.
taxes.
I mean, I came in here fired up. I thought, you know what? It's okay. The day's not over. They're going to sign somebody.
Somebody.
They're going to sign somebody.
I think they're gonna
victim.
sign one person today.
You're
They're
a
gonna-
victim.
Do you know who they're going to sign?
Who?
Somebody
Who can love you like me? It's nobody.
like
That's
Jerry.
Somebody.
They're going to
That's
sign
it.
somebody.
That's what they're gonna do. Who the Cowboys gonna sign?
Nobody. Yeah.
Are they gonna get right? Nobody.
Sign somebody. Please do something.
Do something.
It's a long off season.
Anybody.
But I did,
Somebody.
I was thinking about this this morning. I was like, look, we're gonna go in for the free agency show, and like I'm gonna go in there happy and optimistic because this is hopium time. That's what that's because if you don't have hope when an off season starts, what's the point of sportsing?
I love it.
Like, what are you doing?
Hope springs eternal.
Well said.
This is
You're
what,
just not trying to have fun.
But this is what
I
he's-
want to have fun.
This is what he sells you on. That same optimism that you just had.
I want to have fun. Being sad all the time is not fun. I can do that on my own time. Okay? I got that handled.
But nothing. But how could you come into? And I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. But the little drought that we talked about as the season ended.
the so-called drought.
So like how
Also,
do you,
everyone has different ways they do it. You kind of do this thing.
I
You
do
kind of
that.
your pot. No, you
I'm
kind
a-
of you kind of go like this. It's
I'm a
kind
big finger guy.
There's yours. There's yours.
It's air quotes.
There's yours.
Yeah.
I think yours is good.
I'm a
Yeah.
kind of I'm a tap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a tap that thing. You know what I
Third
mean?
finger in there.
No. 2 of them. No.
Oh, listen.
I think we should put one of the grandkids out there at corner.
Paxton can still play.
Can he?
He got some height to him.
He
Who
can
do they
still
love
play.
the least? Because that's going to get abused. Whoever they love the least.
Put him
Jared-
at fullback.
Jared
Whoever they
Jr.
love the least, that's who's going to get abused.
Well, they better sign some damn body today.
Is there anyone you want?
Is there a signing that will make you
Yeah, is there
today
one?
happy?
Yeah.
Let me get a list pulled up real quick.
Can I tell you mine?
Yeah.
I think if they got Dre Greenlaw to be like
There you go.
the enforcer on their
Okay.
defense, I think that
Little
would
middle
be,
linebacker.
Yeah, I think that would be a big one.
Dre Greenlaw would make me happy.
Yeah.
That would make my day worthwhile.
Let's see. He gone. I need an updated tracker. Hold on. I need to do
Yeah,
a little
that would make my-
refresh.
Jonathan Allen will make my day worthwhile.
Need to do a little.
Yeah, but he's got to get out of Minnesota, right?
Yeah.
Milton's gone. DJ Reed.
DJ Reed would be sick, but
He played the Jets last year.
yeah.
Charvarius Ward.
Charvarius Ward would be
Hey,
sick.
Mekhi Becton, right guard.
That'd be fantastic.
Changed his career going to guard with the
I wouldn't
Eagles.
be mad at that.
Changed his career going to guard with the Eagles. They said, hey, how about you just take your big ass in there and start pushing people? He's like, all right.
Does he want to leave Philadelphia?
Does he?
though?
Is he
Nobody
dirty?
wants to
He's going to
leave.
hit the open market.
Is he dirty
No,
after
I'm not
snap?
saying-
I mean,
no,
does
no,
he
I'm
bite
not saying
people's
that. Does he-
kneecaps?
No, not like
I
that.
think so.
He don't give you a noogie after the snap and
No.
make y'all upset.
Or a Hange. Neither one, I don't think.
He'll do a prostate test.
You know what I'm saying? Don't do none of that. After the snap, you know,
Byron
that's-
Murphy.
That's important.
I'm looking for
Byron Murphy's a corner. I think he wants big money.
Rasul Douglas.
How about Amari Cooper?
Kevin
Bring
Zank.
Cooper back.
Amari's not coming back.
He lives here in all season.
I think Amari is a dude who stands on principle.
What
And-
makes you say that?
He got
I mean,
traded
I
on
think they-
principle.
I
He
think
got
they
traded
all
on
stand-
Jerry's
I think they
principle.
all stand on principle
To the money.
until the market. What's the market say?
I don't even know what the market says about Amari Cooper.
Right.
Because he, shout out to the Browns, who even though they suck and they make a lot of terrible decisions, like they gave up less than they got and got 2 good years out of Amari Cooper. But when you went to Buffalo and were basically might as well have been inactive every week.
Yeah.
I got questions on Amari Cooper now. Like,
Right, he can't run anymore.
right.
Yeah.
I think we might be there. We might be at that point with Amari.
He cannot run anymore.
But somebody will have money and will give him money to be number 1 or number 2. Puna Ford, that's my guy.
Yeah, what about Puna
I want
Ford?
Puna Ford.
Texas.
I'm just looking for a D tackle.
bring a Texas guy home, huh?
I need a
Bring
guy.
Puna.
I need a guy.
So in 2026, you'll have Sark, Arch, and Puna.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What do you think?
And don't y'all have a defensive player who's badass that can't be drafted yet? A linebacker?
Yeah.
they have,
from
uh,
here, right?
Justice
They're
Hill.
from Duncanville.
Yes.
No,
No,
Anthony Hill,
no,
linebacker.
Anthony Hill.
Anthony
Anthony
Hill.
Hill. Anthony Hill Jr.
He's from here, right?
Yeah,
from
Dan
Den.
Ryan.
He's from Den. Yeah,
Dan
he's
Ryan.
Den.
Yeah, but another one from DeSoto though, too, right?
The defensive end.
Defensive
Well,
end.
he's
Yeah.
from Duncanville.
Duncanville.
Duncanville,
Yeah.
okay.
Colin Simmons.
The southern
Yeah.
sector.
Colin
Southern
Simmons is
sector.
going to be a top 3 pick
Yeah.
when
All
he's
right.
out.
Let's get some Texas
He's a
going.
couple-
Anthony
years.
Hill will be a top 10 pick as a linebacker.
Let's knock out these supers. Let's knock out these supers and hit the like button. Can we get a live yacht, a Jerry yacht tracker? Normally it's where are they normally? Are they off the coast of Florida somewhere?
Louisville.
Or are they they're not?
Lake Louisville, White Rock Lake.
Imagine a.
If you're going to Lake Louisville, use
How much was
Cottonwood
that
Creek
yacht?
Marina.
250?
What? Yeah, it was about 250.
Imagine the $250 million yacht cruising through Lake Louisville.
Are y'all making fun of Lake Louisville?
No, I just imagine a
$250
yacht on
million
Lake
yacht.
Louisville.
I got people up there. They got
No,
yachts
we
up
love
there.
Lake Louisville.
They got yachts up there?
$250
They got
million
yachts
yacht.
on Lake Louisville?
I mean, they got
250 million
they
yachts?
probably got like 60 footers, not like 200 footers.
Yeah.
They got pontoons. I don't know if they got
No,
yachts.
they got some big. They got some house. Steve Harvey used to have his big old, like a big ass houseboat out there on Louisville.
On Lake Louisville?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I see you, Lake Louisville.
Those
Steve
marinas
Harvey.
got some big old slips.
Show me Steve Harvey.
It cannot afford. It's not big enough for Jerry's yacht.
We could build a new slip.
Bravo, Eugenia.
Yeah, you just put it on the side of the marina.
And tell me, why did Jerry have to buy that boat?
I don't know. I would imagine he's a.
Sir.
I think it's because he loves the water.
You are
sir.
messy.
I just asked.
You are messy. What do you mean you
Messy.
just asked?
I just asked why he had to buy
Sam
the
in the
boat.
super chat. We were talking about that off the air, and that's where it's going to
Yes, sir.
stay.
What's the
Thank you,
hard
Sam.
eyes about?
And Michael.
What does that mean?
Trade
though?
Micah to the Titans, get a haul, get Pollard back, draft Travis Hunter,
Huh?
Titans 2, everything is
fixed.
okay. So we're trading
He's got the
Micah
laughing emoji.
for Pollard and the number whatever 2 overall pick to pick Travis Hunter.
So who's getting after the quarterback?
Yeah,
You
that's
gonna
what
re-sign
need.
Dante
You want your
Fowler?
2 needs. You give CD a number 2, and you got to start in corner.
Cool.
Can he rush the passer?
We've
too?
created new needs. Hell yeah.
Can't get to the quarterback though.
All right, thanks for stopping by, everybody. Happy free agency day. When the Cowboys sign someone today, we'll be able to talk about it tomorrow. How about that? Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through, so be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.